Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli said that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed a comprehensive development of Sharm el-Sheikh city to be a green and sustainable city. In press remarks, Madbouli added that his tour inside the city included the inspection of Sharm el-Sheikh International Airport and raising the efficiency of the first terminal, pointing out that Sharm el-Sheikh Airport has become able to receive 10 million tourists throughout the year. We have more in the following report.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed a comprehensive development of Sharm el-Sheikh city to be a green and sustainable city. In press remarks, Madbouli added that his tour inside the city included the inspection of Sharm el-Sheikh International Airport and raising the efficiency of the first terminal, pointing out that Sharm el-Sheikh Airport has become able to receive 10 million tourists throughout the year. Moreover, he stressed that all services at the airport are available starting from the landing of the plane until departure of the tourist. Madbouli reiterated that Egypt is keen to allow the greatest possible number of local and foreign civil society organizations to participate and express their views in the 2022 UN Climate Change Conference. The Premier also said that the number of people who have applied to participate in COP27 is double the number of participants during the past two editions of the conference. Meanwhile, Madbouli inspected the Central Park project as well as the new City Council headquarters. On Saturday, the Prime Minister headed to Sharm el-Sheikh in a short visit to follow up on preparations for the COP27 Climate Change Conference, which is scheduled to be held in Egypt in November. Egypt's hosting of COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh is seen as a great opportunity to promote international climate action and to unify the demands of African and developing countries, especially when it comes to issues of financing and adaptation to the effects of climate change.
الواقع الاقتصادي في مصر تحدي ضخم ولازم نعترف بده ونقبله ونعالجه. اطلعوا كلموا الناس وقولوا الموقف الاقتصادي ايه. زي ما الثورة ليها ايجابيات، الثورات بيبقى ليها سلبيات على مجتمعاتها. الارهاب والفساد كانوا عاملين اضافيين في اضعاف القدرة الاقتصادية لينا. مفيش اقتصاد يبقى مفيش تعليم، يبقى مفيش صحة، يبقى مفيش بنية أساسية. نحاول نقلل الفجوة بين الموارد وبين المصروفات. كل القرارات الصعبة أنا لن أتردد ثانية إن أنا أخدها. لو هنعمل حاجة قبل ما هنعملها هنقول لكم عليها وأنتوا هتقفوا جنبي. الأمانة اللي انتم حملتوهاني تجاه الوطن مش بس انتوا اللي هتحاسبوني عليها، اللي هيحاسبني عليها ربنا قبلكم ثم التاريخ.
Well, to shed more light on this and on the inspection that took place yesterday and the day before by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, the Prime Minister, under the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, to inspect Sharm el-Sheikh city, which is going to host in November the COP27 Climate Change Conference. We have the pleasure to have this phono with Mr. Amr Abdel Rahman, political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you and hello to the dear viewers.
Thank you, sir. Well, Mr. Abdel Rahman, now 2 days ago, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Saturday and Sunday and also today, is inspecting the Sharm el-Sheikh city under the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in order to see all the organizations needed and to settle the scene in order that this city could host the COP27 and to be a green city and inspected even the Sharm el-Sheikh International Airport. Even he inspected a number of hotels and projects there. What's your comment on this?
Well, of course, this is a great honor for Egypt to host such a very important summit at a very critical stage of our life on this planet. Egypt is the lead, of course, of such an important event. And I believe that we have hosted too many summits internationally that has proven success and reached very important results. And we have indicated the most important points that we should tackle on this matter through discussions with the world leaders, of course with Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. We believe that such a summit comes on the very right time to take a step forward to save the climate on this earth.
Yes, Mr. Abdel Rahman, how do you see the choice of Sharm el-Sheikh city to host this conference, the COP27 climate change conference, especially that in press remarks by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, he said that many people were willing or tried to contact here in Egypt in order to register to attend the conference, because Sharm el-Sheikh city for several years is always hosting very well organized conferences. What's your comment on this?
Well, Sharm el-Sheikh is one of the most important international cities all over the world concerning such huge events, of course, such international summits, politically, even on the climate file. I believe that the whole world is setting his sights towards Sharm el-Sheikh right now, and I believe that there's a great hopes that we have, and the experts have, and the scientists have, and the politicians have for the results of this summit eventually.
Yes. What is the feeling of any Egyptian now feeling that the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh is going to host a very important conference like the climate change conference next November in Sharm el-Sheikh, which is something that the whole world is now talking about. It's the most important challenge that the whole countries around the world are suffering from.
Well, let me tell you that me as an Egyptian, all the Egyptians feel proud that we have hosted such a very important summit, and a truly mega international summit, that the whole world is seeking solutions for such a critical and important matter that threatens the lives of the people all over the world.
The humanity in general, yes, of course.
Of course.
Yes, yes.
I believe also that this summit comes right afterwards the last one that was held in Glasgow. And we believe that we can never forget the words said by ex-Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the ex-Prime Minister of England.
Yes.
When he said about he talked about too many cities all over the world is just threatened to be threatened by the rise of the sea level. This is very important matter. We should take this. I would call it an admission.
Yes.
An admission by the leaders of the New World Order of their crimes against the climate of this planet.
Yes. Mr. Abdel Rahman, Egypt was keen and very keen on hosting the conference, to win hosting the conference of the COP27. After this, Egypt is now it's the countdown. It's only 2 months and Egypt will be hosting the COP27 climate change conference. What does this show of Egypt to win hosting the COP27? Does this show how much Egypt is abiding by the rules and by the regulations of the climate change regulations, and also establishing projects environment friendly and turning most of the cities here in Egypt and the governorates to be green cities, and also the hotels in Sharm el-Sheikh to be green or clean energy hotels, and also the projects of the transportation here in Egypt, which would work with environment friendly. What's your comment on this?
I believe that as the world is on fire, I believe the Misr, Egypt, is a very safe and sound and safe spot for all over the world to gather and come together and sit together and discuss all the matters of the great file that we have to discuss right now. There are great decisions should be accomplished. There are true, honest intentions should be on this summit to reach true solutions for the climate change's problem. I believe also that Egypt will benefit and is already benefiting from such great summits held in Egypt. We believe that we have pushed up the tourism file, which was of course suffered at the epidemic of COVID-19, but now we are regaining our benefits from the tourists and the tours from Russia and other countries all over the world.
Yes. Mr. Abdel Rahman, how do you see the efforts exerted by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Egyptian state under the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi concerning the climate change challenges facing Egypt and Africa as a whole, since President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was the president of the African Union?
Since the beginning of the presidency of Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, we have reached a very important conclusion, which is to renew our vision and open the horizons for a better way of dealing with the economy, which we call it the green economy. We have accomplished so many projects with the measure of this green economy, like the green hydrogen, like so many projects under the same measures. We set an example for other countries all over the world to take the same course. I believe also that with the cooperation of our nation, friendly nations, we can have the same level of understanding and the same measures on too many countries in Africa, which is in a very important challenge now. We seek, of course, the best results we can get from this summit.
Yes, yes. Now, Sharm el-Sheikh city is now decorated to a host and waiting to host this COP27 conference. How can we take this opportunity and take this chance to promote for tourism in Egypt?
Of course, we need to have our tourists from all over the world back. There were no flights all over the world, not only in Egypt, but all over the world, not just here. But we have already started. We have already broken the ice of the crisis of COVID, and we have already started our hotlines with our agency and other friendly countries to receive their tourists from all over the world. Of course, one of the most important thing here is about the summits tourism, which open the eyes of the nations that we still have this greater civilization for all the world to attend and to admire and to visit.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Abdel Rahman, also the Premier, Dr. Madbouli, also inspected several projects during his visit to Sharm el-Sheikh, including 2 stations for charging electric vehicles. So how would this project help preserve the environment?
Well, of course, we need to preserve our environment. We need to deal with soft hands with this environment that has suffered from some Western countries that really sabotaged our climate, sabotaged our environment, not just in the Amazon, in the seas, in high seas, and through some new bad techniques they are using, like HARP, like chemtrail. They have sabotaged our climate in the whole world, and we need projects to take the lead and to face those hostile activities with, as I said, with soft hands to deal with our environment in the right way.
Yes.
And to save our environment, of course.
Yes. Yes. So what do we expect when the conference starts in November? Actually, under the directives of Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, all preparations would be finalized within a month. I mean, a month before the conference begins, Egypt and Sharm el-Sheikh city would be ready to host the conference. How do you see the importance of this?
We believe that we have been preparing for this summit for a very long time, which is a very proper time to reach the final scene on the very most the scene
Yes.
that Egypt deserved, the scene that Egypt expressed how a great country it is, and how greater leadership we have.
Yes.
We need to set an example for the coming summits, international summits, that we really just not gathering around to launch some statements, but no, we need to reach conclusions, and we need to reach solid measures and solid understanding and solid decisions to be accomplished.
Yes.
Not just to be launched.
Yes, Mr. Abdel Rahman, we've discussed a few minutes ago the flow of the tourists to Sharm el-Sheikh and to Hurghada series in this week. Before the COP27 starts, the tourists are already here in Egypt, and especially the beach tourism here in Egypt is very famous and loved by all the tourists. Actually, Hurghada yesterday, the airport, international airport of Hurghada yesterday have seen the 93 flights, international flights have arrived, carrying more than 15,000 tourists from Europe. What's your comment on this?
We welcome those tourists with open hands, and we know that tourists all over the world know really what Egypt really mean as a civilization, as a history, as a great history that we are connecting it to the present and the future to build the new state, the new Misr, the new Egypt. Of course, we need for the whole tourists all over the world to know that they are welcomed here in Egypt, and we believe that too many flights are pouring into our airports right now.
Yes.
As I told you, from Europe, from Russia, from other countries, from all over the world. They know what Egypt means. They're the leader of the ancient world, and of course one of the most important powers in the present all over the world.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Also, thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Amr Abdel Rahman, the journalist and the political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone.